Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 81, and today we're returning with the end of season special and the end of series special as well. Because of course, in the last episode, we completed the magic treble against all odds to win the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup in just season 4. And after I ended the episode, I looked at the teams in the browse drop section and I thought, it's time to end it now. It's been an amazing series. Let's end on an amazing high as well. So in today's video, what you're going to see is the normal end of season special stuff, a fun look at our squad, what went on around the world in the other leagues as well, and all that miscellaneous stuff too, plus the end of season awards and the goal of season compilation as well. So let's start off with... what should we start off with? Because obviously in the 2 episodes ago, we did the top scorers for the Premier League. Guess what we could do is look at the Champions League top scorers and the assists as well. Because in the Champions League, it was really interesting. We might have seen it. Marcus Rashford was the top goal scorer in the Champions League with 10 goals. Absolutely amazing. And Steve Mounier made it into the top 3 as well. So that was really awesome to see. Was he our only goal scorer in the top 25? Wow. And we won it as well. Steve, we salute you, mate. And Rashford tore the Champions League up this year. He didn't lift the trophy, did he? Oh, Kachunga, there he is in the top assist charts as well. And Hugo Lloris had the most amount of clean sheets too. So next up, let's look at what went on around the other leagues in the world and find out who did what. So of course, as you guys were aware, we won the Premier League, retained it after winning it last season as well. Absolutely amazing year as we only lost 4 times in 38 games and scored 80 goals as well, beating our record from last year too. As for the Championship, well, we know what happened. Millwall relegated. We didn't finish bottom. They didn't finish bottom. We're going to finish behind us by a point. But we still got relegated. Why do we always get relegated in the Championship on FIFA Career Mode? It's ridiculous. But in Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain won it by a point with Lyon finishing in 2nd place. And as for the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich got their crown with 86 points, finishing 16 points clear of Schalke in 2nd, Dortmund in 3rd, and Bayer Leverkusen in 4th. And as for the Serie A, Napoli won the crown, 5 points clear of Juventus, who normally always win it in Career Mode in 2nd place as well. Palermo just avoided relegation. Well done, lads. I think we'll do a couple more as well since it's the end of series special. FC Utrecht won the Eredivisie in Netherlands. Who won the Scottish and Portuguese leagues? Benfica won the Portuguese league by 6 points. And as for Scotland, well, Bray Wanderers bottom with 16 points. Brilliant. Brilliant. Where's Scott? There it is, right there. Celtic won the Scottish Premier League. Shock horror, finishing 20 points clear of their old firm rivals Rangers. And as for Spain, Real Madrid didn't win the Champions League, but were crowned champions of La Liga, finishing 4 points clear of Barcelona. Villarreal in 3rd, and Atletico Madrid in 4th place. Now next on the agenda is a final look at our objectives for Season 4, and as you'll see we hit pretty much every single one. We failed or would have failed our youth development objective. I've talked about this before. I don't understand this one. I really don't get it. Make a 2.6 mil profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. We've done that. We've already done that, so I don't understand why that bar has not gone up even 1% during these 2 seasons. I don't get it. And as for brand exposure, we are 30% behind hitting this objective, which is long term, within 3 seasons. Increase season ticket holders with at least 10% of stadium's capacity. Continental, we exceeded our objective by winning the Champions League, and domestically exceeded those as well by retaining our domestic double too. And also we our financial objective as well. Within 2 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 15%. Excellent stuff. Now, as for the club finances, as you can see, the club is now worth £1.1 billion. I absolutely love how much this club has risen in terms of its financial worth over the seasons. We are a rich club right now, and it's absolutely awesome. And as for the budget as well, still quite a lot of money remaining as well. And in fact, we can get it to £2.8 million in the wage budget too. This club, financially speaking, is as healthy as a horse. It's really, really strong financially. And yeah, there's no need to worry about this club going forward in terms of the finances. And as for our academy as well, we're leaving Huddersfield Town with 5 really good youth prospects in our youth squad, including my favourite one, Olof Sjöberg, a 16-year-old Swedish centre-half, 6'3", 61 rated with 90 to 94 potential, obviously has potential to be special. This kid, it's such a shame we'll never get to develop his game, because technically he's a letdown, but mentally and physically looks really solid at just 16 years old, plus 6'3". Neil Brennan, Thomas Lundin, Linkvist, and Kalaf Al-Sahaf are the other players in our academy. They look absolutely fantastic. And as for our final look at the squad as well, this is the team we are ending with. And what a team we have built here at Huddersfield Town. It is absolutely amazing. The first 11 is just brilliant. Everyone is... Who's the lowest rated player? Davis, 82 rated. Everyone else is 83 or above. The bench is really strong. Everyone's 81 rated or above. And the resis are really good as well. There's a ton of depth to this team. And not just experienced players like Ezekiel Garay and, Aaron Moy as well. There's so much young talent in this Huddersfield team as well. The whole squad is just brimming with youth prospects. It's an amazing team, and really this team is just going to dominate world football, I would say. Not just English football, but world football as the years go by if we were to continue. It's too good. It's too good. And as for the squad hub as well, we'll take a look at the stats and the attributes of our players in season 4 and our final season at the Kirklees Stadium, and briefly touch on a couple of players as well in what was a memorable season and a memorable series. This was without question our best season at the Kirklees Stadium, winning the treble, and if you count the Community Shield, which we don't, do we, Foxy? It's a quadruple winning season, but it was a really, really amazing year. And, going into the season, I thought to myself, retaining the domestic double, that's my aim. Won it last year in season 3, retaining it, that's going to be my aim this year. But if we can get to the Champions League semi-final, that's a really big bonus as well. We want to make improvements after being knocked out last year in around the 16 stage, and to get to the final, I was thinking going into the game, we're probably going to lose this one. We normally lose the first one and win the second one, so we'll just sort of see how we get on against Real Madrid, who we lost to back-to-back last year. But to win it, it was an incredible season, and I never would have thought we would have won the treble in season 4. I did not think it was possible, but it was, and what a season we had. And for some players as well, Malcolm got 13 assists this year, really picks it up. Moses with 32 goals and 10 assists in 54 games. Vitinha, of course, our player of the season this year with 23 goals and 19 assists, unbelievable. And Bradley with 22 goals in 46 games as well. So an amazing season for the Terriers. We'll take a look at the final attributes as well for the end of season special. But due to the squad hub again, we'll just leave it we'll sort of just leave it on the physicals, and then yeah, that's all I can really show you. It's a bit of a shame. The squad hub is a nice change from the squad report, but for content creators especially, it makes things a little bit more difficult. And I've seen some of you guys say in the comment section, I've seen it on Reddit, our FIFA careers as well, some people saying they preferred the squad report because you could see it all on one screen as you scroll down your team. Now you've got to flick the stick each way, and it doesn't show you all the stats as well. So it's a nice idea from EA to do the squad hub, but to be honest, I would have preferred to keep the squad report, really. Just makes things a lot more easier. But yeah, so much progression to this team this year, lots of players improving, only a couple of players declining, one of those being Aaron Moy, and of course Ezekiel Garay as well. Was Kachunga? I don't think he was. Was he? No, he wasn't. So yeah, Moy and Garay, the only two players decreasing. But yeah, for the most part, the team is as healthy as a horse. Said that before. And yeah, a really strong team. And this is why I think the save has to end here. This team is developing so nicely. It's too good. There's no negatives to it. And so the final thing we'll do before the end of season awards and then the goal of season compilation as well, which you'll need to stay tuned for. This goal of season compilation is the best in the series by far. There's some unbelievable goals, and so many I've had to miss out as well, because there's just only 5 I can choose. But the My Career section, and a fitting way to end this part of the end of season special. Of course, in our first season, to recap, our aims were to avoid relegation, which we did. It was a pretty decent first season, finishing in mid-table. Sisto, of course, our highest transfer we paid with £10 million. What a steal that proved to be in the end. In the second season, of course, we finished just outside of the Champions League places as well. A really good season once again in the Premier League. Once again, doing so well and exceeding our objectives. Vitinha was the record transfer fee paid in that year, and again, what a bargain he proved to be as well. In our third season, of course, finishing in the top 4 by winning the title in the Premier League. What a magical season last year was, as we won the domestic double as well. Somehow failed to win Manager of the Year in that season, but we bought Malcolm £37 million and raised £24 million for Diego Reyes. What a sale that was. And of course, in our fourth and final season, this this isn't done yet, but of course, as we know, we won the title, we won the FA Cup, and we won the Champions League as well. Yeah, I still failed to win Manager of the Year or any Manager of the Month awards. Wow, tough crowd. But Keita was our record transfer fee in this series as well. £53.2 million spent on Naby, and of course, we raised £77 million for what was supposed to be the chosen one in our goal, Sean Morris, with his sale to Everton. So in the end, we won 2 league titles, we won 3 domestic cups, plus we won the Champions League as well. Our biggest win came this season, our 7-0 victory over Swansea. What a win that was. And our biggest defeat way back in season 1, that humiliating 5-1 loss to Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. We won 137 games of 227 in total, drew 47, lost 43, so a really good win percentage that, and we scored 413 goals as well. What a fantastic season, what a fantastic series. It really has been a memorable one. Now let's move on to the end of season awards, and we'll pick out the best players and the most important games in season 4. So as we move into the end of season awards part of this end of season special, today we have 5 awards to give out: the young player of the season, the signing of the season, the game of the season, and the fans player and the player of the season as well. And we'll start with the young player of the season, and once again it was Bradley King for a second straight year. The King is royalty, we know all about this guy, and of course moving to the left wing role this season as well for the first time didn't affect his performance. Normally playing central, this year moved out wide, but he still grew 7 ratings this season and scored 16 Premier League goals in 32 games as well. The King was fantastic once again, so back to back he's our young player of the season. Now, as for the signing of the season, this was quite a difficult one to give. Only 2 I could have really given it to, Naby Keita or Michael Keane. I didn't think Keane was that good in his debut year, but Keita was a solid, consistent midfielder throughout the team. Played most of our games this season due to that really high stamina rating, and also made it into the team of the season in the Premier League as well, not to mention scoring in our Champions League final win over Real Madrid as well. The club record signing, £53.2 million. Not sure he was worth all that money, but still a very consistent player, and I would say a worthy winner of the signing of the season. Now, as for the game of the season, this one won't come as much of a surprise. There were quite a few games I could have chosen this season, some really emphatic wins, some thrilling matches, but in the end, I had to give it to our Champions League final win. The 5-3 victory over Real Madrid, one of the craziest Champions League finals I've ever presented for YouTube, and certainly the highest scoring I've ever presented for YouTube as well. It really was a fantastic game. We turned up to the final feeling pessimistic, feeling doubtful. We were the underdogs, but we played Real Madrid off the park for the most part as we claimed a massive win to complete our magic treble in season 4. The 5-3 victory over Real Madrid in a Champions League final. It just had to be our game of the season, our final match of the series, and what a win it was to cement the treble. And as for the fans player of the season, this is your vote every single year. You get to decide who your player of the season was in the Huddersfield Town career mode, and for season 4 you decided that Vitinho was your fans player of the season, and I'll just say it right now, you guys definitely made the right choice. 55% of the votes the Brazilian had, and he deserved every single one of them. He was absolutely fantastic this year, and that's why he was also my player of the season as well, and he was for pretty much the entire season undoubtedly our best player. 22 goals and 18 assists in 50 games. Vitinho was one of the main reasons we were able to win this treble this year, and no surprise, he's yours and my fans player and player of the season as well. So those are the awards. The young player of the season was Bradley King, best signing Naby Keita, game of the season Huddersfield 5, Real Madrid 3 in the Champions League final, and the best player and the fans player of the season did of course go to Vitinho as well. So thanks for the voting in the fans player of the season, guys. Hopefully you agree with my choices, but if you don't, let me know in the comment section down below who you would have given the awards to. But thanks for watching the end of season awards special of this end of season special as well, and the next thing you'll see and the final thing you'll see is the goal of the season compilation as well. Stay tuned for this one because there are some absolute crackers.
Match day 1, you always want to get off to a good start, so still a chance for both teams here.
And it's in!
That is one of those special moments you don't often see.
A glorious goal. Is some hit for that goal.
Well, I don't think he'll score many better than that in his entire career, Martin. He was a long, long way out.
It flew into the net from a long, long way out. Chamberlain played forward, a bit of menace in this attack. This might be it. Well, he scored. It's a big moment for them in the match. They've pushed their lead now to 2 ahead. Good goal and much deserved the way the team are playing.
Yeah, the stats don't lie. The number of shots on target. No surprise that they've scored.
Using the wider areas here. Great chance. Try one now. Goal, and it's the same old story. Well, the whole team defends, and they don't defend very well. You can't really point the finger at any of them. Score against, and they are now 2 goals behind, and looking down the barrel of yet another defeat. Let's have another peek at that goal. The way to take the lead. That's a stunning goal. Fine move, excellent application in front of goal. He's a really good player. I'm here. Look at this again, the most venomous of volleys.
Well, one for the scrapbook this. He won't score any better.
Another angle on it here. It's on the move all the time and makes lots of these interceptions. Has to score! That's another page in the history of this wonderful competition. It's the opening goal of this FA Cup final.
Oh, didn't he take it well? That was superbly finished. Look at the fans as well. They think that might be the winner.
So that will do it for this end of series special and the Huddersfield Town career mode in full. And I want to end the series by saying a big thank you for all your support throughout 81 episodes, guys. It really has been amazing. What comes next is a new career mode starting next weekend, and tomorrow morning I'll be letting you guys vote for the team as well. There'll be 5 to choose for, so tomorrow morning at 10 AM UK time, refresh your sub box and the vote for the next career mode team will be available for you. So thank you so much for all your support throughout 81 episodes in a really amazing series. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next career mode starting next weekend and the poll coming tomorrow morning very soon. Bye.